Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Programming Era. Today we will study how we can read data by user. In last video I told you how we can print information of a person stored in some variable with the help of println function in a proper format. In this tutorial I am going to tell you how we can read this data by user at runtime. So there are different ways to read this data by user. First of all, I will tell you how we can read data with the help of buffer reader class. In the same video I will tell you how we can read data with the help of data input stream class, and rest two method I will tell you in second video. So first of all, let us start. We will copy this entire code, Control N to new file and Control V to paste. Person information 1, I'm changing its name, reading person information, like this is the name. Printing statement left, it is same, but we have to delete all this information. First of all, we will take a package, import java.io. io is the input output package. We have to import this package in our program when we are working with buffer reader class. Now we will make an object of buffer reader class, buffered reader br equals to new buffered reader new input stream reader system.in. It is an object of buffer reader class. Buffer reader class we make object of buffer reader class, that is br, and first of all here is system.in. it is input stream, and input stream we pass to the input stream reader class, and this input stream reader class temporary object we pass to the buffer reader class. So like this we have to write this statement. The entire description of this statement I have written in the description below in this video, as well as the detail of this system.in input stream reader buffer reader. You can study from my blog. The description of my blog is also under the description. Over there you can read complete detail of this statement, because I cannot explain all the details over here, otherwise this video will be very lengthy. So we have to write like this to make buffer reader object. Now first of all we print a message, system.out.println enter name. I like this. After that we will write br.read line. It will read string, name of person. Now enter second message. We will copy this and paste. Enter age. For this we will write like this, integer dot parse int br dot read line. Why I write parse int, integer dot parse int? Actually br dot read line is a function which always read data in the format of string. Means if I write 25, it will be in the format of string, and we are storing this in string in an integer, so integer should be like this. So to convert this data from this format to this format, we need a wrapper class. Integer is a wrapper class. Wrapper class method parseInt will convert the data which is read by readline method in the string format into parseInt integer format. So this method will read data in this format, and integer.parseInt method will convert data in integer format. That's why we write integer.parseInt parse the data read by readline into integer, and this concept will work in all next of the cases. Now we'll say enter salary. For salary we will write salary is float, so we'll take float wrapper class, float dot parse float, br.readline. Next is double, enter bonus. For this we will write double dot parse double br.readline. Next is character, enter gender. Character we have to read in different way. For this we will write first br.read, not readline. Read will read ASCII value of the key that you will press from the keyboard, and after that ASCII value will be converted into the character. And next is boolean, enter marital status. For boolean we will write boolean dot parse boolean br.readline. Next is long, enter mobile number. Long dot parse long. Wrapper class always start with capital letter. We have to keep in mind like this. We can look here. Every wrapper class always start with capital letter. Like this we can read information. We will bring this statement at the end. It can cause some error, so I will put here like this. Now first of all we will save this program with this name. It is very lengthy name. Reading information, person information I am removing from it. Reading information is simple. File, save, reading info dot java, not information, otherwise this name will be very lengthy. Reading info. Okay, again we will save. We will open command prompt. We can open command prompt from here. We will go to this and write cmd cd slash to go to root directory, cd space jdk tab and tab to bring jdk 1.7 because I stored my this file in jdk 1.7. Then cd bin to go to bin folder where my program is saved. Now we will write java compiler java and reading info dot java. It is compilation. Now it's saying boolean parse bool cannot find symbol. Boolean is not working. Long mobile number, long parse long is not working. Parse spelling is wrong in case of this parse long. This mistake. And what is the problem? Boolean parse, oh this spelling was wrong. Again we will save this program by Control S, or we'll go to file and save. Already saved. So Control S we have to press after every change. Again up arrow key to bring java command. Now one thing is to remember, when we will read buffer reader class, its readline method generate an exception and we have to remove that. For this we will write this statement here, throws input output exception, means remove input output exception from our program. Control S and again compile. All error has been removed and program is error free now. Now we will write java command to run this program. Java reading info enter. It asking enter name Amir Beg. Second, enter age is 25. Third, enter salary is 45,000. Enter bonus, that is 25 days is this. Enter marital status. Marital status is a boolean value. So for this we write true or false. So it is true. Mobile number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, like this is a long value, and we'll press enter. Enter gender. Gender is in single character, so we'll write M or F. M for male. Enter. Like this also we input this, we feeded this information, and all information has been printed. Name Amir Beg, age 25, salary this, bonus this, gender this, marital status, and mobile number is this. This is the information that I printed. We can write here message system.out.println. Information is like this, so that information, a proper message can be shown here. And if we write /n, it will bring it in new line. Again we will compile this program and run. Name, from up arrow key we can write like this: Amir Beg, 25, 58, bonus, marital status true, mobile number and gender. You can look here, information along with message. This is the printing format. I did not write this format this time. I copied it from last program. So it is very simple. We will write name, age, salary, /t to bring a horizontal gap, we can say horizontal tab. So /t is bringing them in a proper format. Without /t, this output will be zigzag, as I showed you in the previous program in last video. So name /t will bring us at this gap, and print name, then age, then salary, then bonus, then gender. Marital status is very lengthy string, so there we will write single /t because it is already reaching over here. So single /t will bring us here. And mobile number is also very lengthy string. For this we will also take single /t. Like this we will print information, name, age, salary. So this is the one way how we can read data with the help of buffer reader. In the same way, there is one more class, that is data input stream. It is little bit smaller than buffer reader. It is also a class to read data by user, and all these things will remain same. It also generate its return also will generate an error, so throws in IOS exception will remain enclosed in our program. Again we will save this program. After every change we have to save program. Again we will open Javix reading info. We have to notice one thing: when we use data input stream class, it generates two nodes over here. So don't be panic, it's not a big thing, just ignore it. Again we will run Java read info, enter. Now again same information we can enter, like name, age, salary, bonus, marital status, mobile number, gender, and all information like buffer reader with the help of input stream has been printed. So in this program I told you two methods by which we can read data. One is buffer reader, second is data input stream reader. Both these methods will tell you how we can read data by user with the help of readline method and read method. Detail of buffer reader as well as input stream reader, as I have told you, I have mention all the details in my blog, so you can read the entire detail or entire theory of these classes from my blog. The description of blog is in the detail, the link of the blog in the description, from where you can read the detail of this. It is very lengthy topic, so if I will tell you entire topic over here, this video will go very lengthy. And still then, if you feel any difficulty or any problem, you can ask me through comment. Thanks for watching.